Hi everyone, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. For today's reading, we are taking a look at your career and finances just to see where we are, what's coming ahead, whatever messages want to come through from your spirit guides on this topic. I was asked to do this, or this was a request from one of the channel followers, so this is a reading for you. There are 3 piles. Let's get a significator card to help you choose which pile is speaking to you, which one's going to give you the information that you need to know about your career and finances. Okay, so we have number 1, pile number 2. We get a card for pile number 2, please, on their career and finances. Career and finances. 1 card, please. Way too many. That's 4. We just need 1. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Okay. Fan number 3, please. Whoa. Alright, we will work with this one. Okay, pile number 1. Your card is, we have Ally in the Skies with the Bumblebee. You may be drawn to the animal or the card. So we have Weird is the New Cool with the owl. And pile number 3, we got 2 cards too. We have North Star, and that is with the goat. Alright, those are your choices for your readings. You can pause the video if you need more time to meditate. The timestamps are going to be listed in the description box below, and I will see you all at your readings. Reading pile number 3, you were drawn to the Bumblebee with the Ally in the Skies card, and it says, discover the hard to find blessings. This is also card number 4, so it has to do with stability. So I feel like, even though, and you chose the Bumblebee card, the Bumblebee, which is made of tiger eye. So this is a stone of abundance and prosperity. It's also a stone for courage and self-confidence. It's also really good for having, like, setting goals and working hard towards a goal. And you have this Ally in the Skies, which is so wild because the Bumblebee works in a hive, you know, and it's, everybody is supporting like a particular cause. Everybody is supporting the same mission, you know, when it's to support the community, to support the hive. So, and we have this Ally in the Skies, so I feel like it relates to maybe a coworker where you work at. Maybe it's somebody you don't really get along with, or there may be somebody new, and yeah, or just, I feel like it's a situation that you're not kind of vibing with, you know, and maybe you're looking for that community or a place where you can feel like there is a sense of community. And also with your reading, you had another card come out that says 10,000 angels lean on your circle of supernatural support. And these are your guides who are always there supporting you with whatever decision and choice you make. through whatever circumstances you may find yourself in. You are not alone in this task. You are supported by angels, and maybe the situation that you're in might not seem to be something that feels, you know, like you feel supported at your job or really appreciated, even though you don't feel that way. Like, your guides really do appreciate all the work that you're doing, and they want you to know that they're validating your hard work and your community mindedness, even though you feel like perhaps it's not being seen and honored that way by your coworkers or by your boss, in a sense. Let's move these over here. Let's see what other information is going to come through here. We have Gaia's garden, fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. That's good information. I mean, as in, like, all the work that you're putting in, you're going to receive, you know, that benefit. It's being acknowledged by your guides in the unseen world, that all the work that you're doing is being acknowledged, and you will receive the efforts from all of your hard work. The word Lord, communication, praise, and dishonesty. Okay. Let's see what else we have. We have Jupiter abundance. Woo! That's awesome. Okay, look at this bounty that's right here. It's like the cornucopia, you know, what Jupiter represents. It is the planet of abundance and expansion. Yeah, look, we even have this pumpkin here. That is your harvest. You know, your harvest is coming in. Your guides want you to know all the work that you've done. Everything that you have worked towards hasn't been for anything. Try to find the blessing in the skies. Like, everything that you've been through, everything that you've worked so hard to achieve, like, it hasn't been for nothing. Everything you've been, like, accumulating. Let's say putting deposits in the bank account, and you're fixing to like take some withdrawals, you know what I mean? Like, you've been making those deposits, you've been putting that hard work in, and you're about to receive the harvest that's coming in. So you're about to see all that hard work, everything that you've done, everything you've put up with, all the hard work, everything is about to pay off for you. And we have solar calm, clarity of clarify. Yeah, I feel like this is just it's clarification, this alignment that's coming in for you, this alignment that's taking place. I feel like you're being asked to take some time to just rest and be open to receiving the blessings, to receiving the abundance. And we can't be in that receptive energy if we're working all the time. You know, we're constantly working and putting energy out. You need to pause a little bit, take some time to ground and reflect. Maybe praise yourself, congratulate yourself for all the hard work that you've put in, for all the deposits that you've been making, and allow yourself to be in that receptive flow, you know, of knowing your harvest is coming in, that you're about to reap those rewards for all the hard work. We have Uranus change. Okay, so this is like a change of circumstances, a change in your financial flow, your financial position here. We have poised. Look, she's like opening her arms up, like leaping for joy. She's not even touching the ground here. Just super excited. We have these stars, so it's like a wish coming true. Yeah, and this is card number 48, which breaks down to a 3. So this is abundance and expansion and creativity. Yeah, your whole world's about to shift and change here with these blessings that are going to come in. Ooh, look, we have peace. And it's like this egg, this nest egg that you've been, you know, putting to the side. And we have the, what is this, a dove of peace. Yeah, you're just going to feel so like happy that this reward, everything that you've worked hard for, is finally paying off. This egg, I feel, is going to be hatching soon, and all this abundance is just going to be pouring into your life. This harvest is just up ahead. Great change is coming. Ooh, we have travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. Maybe you do this for a profession, or this is just corresponding to the change that's coming in for you. Maybe you do online work. Maybe there's something that you do on social media. Maybe you're being asked to clarify what it is that you want to create for yourself. What change do you want to bring into your life? Ask for guidance and support from your angels as well. Make sure that you are connecting to them and clarifying what your needs and your wants are so they can help you to bring in this abundance. And have some patience, but know that this abundance is coming in for you. Look, we have singing and dancing. Express yourself, awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. See, I feel like this is the path that you've walked, and it's time for you to celebrate because your harvest is coming in. You've put in so much work, and there's going to be a lot of change in your life. There will be a change. And, you know, just make sure that you acknowledge everything that you've been through, pile number one, and see how everything has led you to this point. And that everything that you've been through hasn't been for nothing, you know. We have the fourth house. Do what makes you feel secure. This relates to your home, to your family, your private life, your roots, your foundation. Support. Yeah, this is like feeling secure. You know, you're going to feel secure. You're going to have that solid footing where you have stability. And I believe that's what you're looking for, is this financial stability. Yay. I mean, who doesn't want that? That's, you know, it's like setting yourself free from having that burden and worry of working, you know, getting them bills paid. And we have this communication above this travel here, you know, and both of these men are, you know, he's typing, he's communicating here. This one's writing, he's putting his thoughts out on paper. I feel like you're being asked to write down, to come up with a plan, you know, something that will give your angels, like maybe do some type of, you know, rituals. If there's something that, you know, in order for us to receive, we have to let go of some things. So I feel like, you know, you've been doing a lot of work, putting a lot of effort in. So maybe doing some sort of cleansing, healing, of letting go of any fears of worry of lack or being without or not being worthy than to receive, you know, and allow yourself to release those fears and ask the angels to help you dissolve those cords or those fears so that you can be open to receiving. And maybe write some positive affirmations down I am financially free. I am abundant in all ways. I am financially stable. My harvest is coming in. I am expecting my harvest. I'm expecting my rewards. I'm expecting my blessings. I am open to receiving all of my blessings, etc. Just maybe writing down or saying them, positive affirmations, and making sure that you're speaking that to source, to your heart, to any fears that you do have, and shifting the way that you perceive things and seeing that you have all this abundance here that's wanting to come into your life. But sometimes when we come from a place of fear, of lack in some way, we end up creating a blockage there, and we end up manifesting more lack in our lives because this fear and this belief system that we have deters our blessings from getting to us, and we end up having feeling like we got to work hard or else we're not going to get enough money, we're not going to get ahead. And so we keep working and working and working, and it seems like that fear is what's driving us. And so because we're driven by fear, we're not getting our needs met because we're working for the wrong reasons. And so when you start shifting your belief systems around and start restructuring the way that you believe and the way that you see things, and start reprogramming yourself and saying, I am open to receiving all my blessings, and I know I'm always provided for. Everything happens in divine time. I have everything that I need at the right time. Things like this, and you open yourself up to trusting source to provide for you, and you open up this abundance portal where everything can start flowing into you, and you relax, you calm those fears down, and you're not working from a place of lack, you're working from a place of abundance and knowing that everything is flowing to you. You get into that flow state where you become more magnetic and you start pulling all of your blessings and abundance to you. Because if you're working and working and working and you're never taking time out to rest and receive, those blessings that have been trying to come in for you, you're not going to be open to receiving them. You're going to miss out on your opportunity to receive those blessings because you're constantly working from a place of fear instead of calming yourself down and easing those fears, acknowledging those fears, but then allowing yourself to calm them and not feed into them. Be present with them, acknowledge that they're there, but then also redirect them to feeling and knowing and believing and trusting that you got this. Your blessings are coming in. I have faith. I trust. I know. I've put in all the work. I've been told, my angels are telling me that my abundance is just around the corner. All of these cards are saying that you are going to be reaping, the rewards from all of the hard work that you have gone through. Pile number 1. You're going to be singing and dancing. You're going to have so much peace in your life. You're going to feel liberated. You're going to have that foundation, that solid foundation. With Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Okay, so this might have to do with something with work, I feel. Maybe because we did have dishonesty come up, and I was wondering when that was going to play a part into this reading. But there may be, people at your work, or perhaps it could be, just somebody in your life who you feel is very dishonest. Maybe they got a certain position that wasn't maybe meant to be theirs, or you feel there's a little bit of injustice there. Or just upset about injustice, period. And sometimes I can understand that, because you feel like some people, it seems to be that they have it very easy, and even though they're not really coming from their heart center, they can be very selfish people, and it seems like things always work out for them, and we have this disdain for them, or I want to say jealousy, or we're not sure why they're being blessed and you're not, when you're a good person. And really it has to do with a belief structure. It is how you see yourself, and if you see yourself worthy, and do you have belief systems of lack and insecurities and things like that. And that's where doing the journaling and the self-healing and the self-work and understanding yourself and your own belief systems, and then rewriting them, restructuring the way that you see abundance, even in your life, and focusing on, you know, all the small things, and it's being grateful for every little thing that you can find in your life to be grateful for, and holding on to that frequency of gratitude. And the more you can anchor that energy into your heart and into your belief system, you will start to manifest more and more abundance, more and more things to be grateful for in your life, because you've opened up this channel to receive more of those by being grateful for the things that are currently in your life. And I went through this myself, like, I want to say 3 years ago, because I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Gemini with a Capricorn rising. And, like, I'm very driven to create. I love doing things. I don't like sitting around too much. I have a lot of energy with the Gemini energy, but I'm also the Capricorn, and we're very ambitious and goal-oriented. So I just love creating things, and I love doing things. And my parents, my family was not very well off. We had 4 kids and 2 parents that didn't have any support from either one of their families. And like, we just made do with what we could. We grew our own food. We lived off of the land as much as we could. We had hand-me-down clothes. We went to food banks. We went to thrift stores, all kinds of things just to make ends meet. And so, like, we were kind of, I didn't really see ourselves as poor until we started kind of getting, society started making us feel bad when we were kids and stuff, people not necessarily being at home. And, I never saw things that way. I'm different. So I didn't value the material like a lot of people in society do. And so I ended up growing up with things, money doesn't grow on trees, and you got to work hard to get ahead and to get what you want in life. And we start creating these programs when we're younger for ourselves when we get older. And I ended up, like, working all the time, like every single day, 9 to 5. And I started getting to the place where, like, I'm working my butt off for, just to get the ends met, the bills paid, and there's barely anything left over by the end of the paycheck, and I'm not living this glorious fancy life or anything, and I'm not that type of person anyways. But, like, I don't like worrying about my bills being paid. And I know a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, and it just, I was feeling burned out. I was getting defeated. So I completely understand, anybody who feels this kind of way. And then I had to do a lot of soul searching and found out that I was really in my masculine energy of going and doing and, providing, and not taking enough time to, like, meet my own needs. I was doing everything for everyone else, and I realized that it was time for me to do some things that I enjoy and to not worry so much about the bills being paid. Because when I started to look at things, like, everything always happened, and I always got the bills paid no matter what, even though all that worry that I was putting towards, oh my goodness, I need this money, and I hope I get, I hope these people pay me for the services that I provided, because not everybody pays you on time. So anyways, I had to do a lot of self-reflecting and go in and realize that I needed to tap more into my feminine side and allow myself to be open to receiving, and start shifting the ways that I saw my blessings and abundance. And it wasn't always coming in a material way. It was coming in the form of, like, love and friendship, ideas, inspiration, creativity, and just finding small things in my life to be grateful for, and then going out in nature and thanking, the sky, the trees, the birds, the air that we breathe, the sun, the flowers, everything that surrounds us every single day, there's an abundance of. And realizing that, this is all 3D programming, where we're only taught to see things from a certain lens and perspective. And when you can start shifting the way that you see things, like, your world starts changing, and then the abundance starts to flow in, because you start recognizing all the many ways that abundance surrounds us every single day. There's an abundance of air, there's an abundance of life around us everywhere, you know, and realize that you could, no matter what, always survive if you had to, you know, and realize that you, Mother Earth, she's everyone's mother, and she provides everything without asking for anything in return. So there's always provisions around us. If we wanted to build a home, you know what I mean? She provides everything for us to build a home. If we were hungry, we could go out and go forage and find food. You know, there's water, we can make clothes. There's so many ways to see things, and that's where we need to tap into that abundance mindset so that you can manifest more of that in your life. Pile number 1. We have mountains. Stand your ground. Okay. I feel like this is like the mountain you're meant to climb here a little bit. This is your purpose. Ooh. And sometimes we don't always see, you know, why things happen in the moment that they're happening. And it takes us to be further along the journey to be able to look back on things and to see why this had to happen in order for it to make sense for us now. Because in the time that we're going through the struggle and on the journey and everything's, you know, the climb seems to be very daunting and it's very heavy sometimes. And we start questioning, you know, the path and the experience and if we're going to make it and if this is worth it, you know, is this the right path, the right journey that I'm supposed to be on with the right people. And at the time some things don't make sense, but we continue on and we keep our heads down, you know, and we keep moving forward as best as we can with what tools we have. And then when we finally reach the peak of that mountain, we can pause for a moment and reflect on the journey and how far we've come, how much we've been through, and how we've overcome so many obstacles and challenges, and we finally reach the top of that mountain. And I am one of those people where I don't pause long enough to enjoy the experience of how far I've come and to appreciate the journey. And I feel like that's what you're being asked to do, is to honor how far you've come, everything that you've been through, and seeing yourself, you know, successful with this achievement. But I also feel like you need to set some healthy boundaries as well with this dishonesty and let go of the need to be right. I feel like somebody may have hurt you, whether it's this ally, because we're talking about career and finances. So I'm not sure if this was a business partner, a colleague in a business or something like that, and maybe somebody, you know, who you were supposed to go in business with ended up, you know, dropping you or cheating you out of something, I feel like, and you end up having to go it alone and go on a solo journey. And, you know, part of you still a little bit, you know, bitter or angry. You're holding on to a grudge a little bit, and you're being asked to kind of let it go because there's a reason why things work out the way they did, because you could have gotten further along the path with this individual and worse things could have happened, you know. And better to know early on than later. Believe me, like, you want to know. You don't want things to see it as like, you know, rejection is divine protection. Things could have been worse if they didn't happen the way they happen now. And so it's almost like appreciate, you know, see things from a different perspective and be grateful that your guides and angels were protecting you from this individual, this dishonest person. Yeah, because I feel like, you know, with the ally in disguise, it is seeing things didn't work out for a reason, you know. And you might not see it right now, but you'll see it further along the path when you reach that peak of that mountain. When this harvest and abundance comes in, when you're flying high and enjoying the rewards of your creation and your manifestation, when you're singing and dancing with that stability, you'll be so happy that, thank goodness, my guides were protecting me from having this individual be a part of my journey. Woo. And in a sense, they were a part of their journey, and they've taught you a few things about yourself, perhaps how to be strong and stand in your truth, and to, you know, potentially work hard to achieve this goal that you have. You know, it made you more determined, I feel. All right, I want to get you an angel number, just a little blessing. Maybe you'll see this number as confirmation along the path, along the journey. It'll just be a sign, a synchronicity to be open to these opportunities of abundance that are going to flow into your life. So can we have an angel number for pile number 1, please? Angel number for pile number 1. All right, you got 2. Ooh, I love it. All right, so the first one was 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one's always popping up for me sometimes, and it steps along the path, the journey, and it says good luck, spirit guides, progress, justice, structures, systems, processes, conditioning, and rules. You are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. You will succeed, pile number 1. Observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything will fall to pieces. I think it means fall into place. I think that's a misprint because that makes no sense. Okay, so be sure that everything will fall into place here, because we have good luck is on your side. I love that. Your spirit guides are supporting you. I mean, and you have justice here. You know, justice will be served. This individual, you know, they're not going to get off, you know, they're not going to pull one over on you anymore. They're not going to get out of watch. You know, I feel like they're going to be like really regretting the way that they did you, because you're going to be like flying high. You're going to be singing and dancing. You have this abundance that's coming in, all these blessings that are coming your way. Yeah, you're going to be successful, and they're going to be the ones who are like, biting their tongue. We also have 0505, unexpected shifts. Yay, more clarity on the change. Divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, and a gut feeling. Yay. This number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, or your dream job, or abroad. So we have this travel here. Your dream job. Some of you might be traveling. Very interesting, pile number 1. A lot of shifts coming in for you. Good luck's coming in for you. And what is really, really awesome is this abundance is coming in for you. So I'm so happy for you, pile number 1. Hang in there. Keep doing what you're doing. Open up that receiving channel, please, so that you can overcome everything that you've been through with this individual, and keep singing and dancing. You're about to have that solid foundation and that freedom. Woohoo! Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of your support, all of your likes and your subscribes. Thank you for growing my channel with me. I appreciate everybody for being here, and I look forward to seeing you all in future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2, to your finances and career reading. So you chose the owl with the weird is the new cool. And it says, boldly express your uniqueness. So with the owl, I feel like you have a unique perspective, pile number 1. There's something about you that's the way that you see, or maybe you have a type of vision of something that you want to create in your life, or something you want to manifest. Maybe your job, maybe you do something that's unique and not necessarily one of the you know, a mainstream job, as in, you know, food service worker or a teacher or a, you know, a cashier, doctor, nurse, etc. I feel like you're somebody who's a bit unique and more creative. Let's see. We have the Hawk Prince, spirit communication, paying attention. Yeah. I feel like you're a very spiritual person. And we have 11. So definitely have like this awakened perception, I feel. And like maybe you aren't somebody who has, I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't want to say like a basic job, just a normal job. That helps you pay the bills. You know, it's not something that you can express your creative gifts and talents, you know. I mean, and some of you may do that, but you may bring like your own flair to your job. But for what I'm picking up for this, I feel like there's something unique about you, the way that you perceive things. Let's see what else we have. The River Queen, flow, letting go, natural movement. Yeah, see, I was picking up on that flow and that creativity here with this beautiful being's hair. And we have the mermaid. Flow, letting go, natural movement. Career and finances. We have structure. Yeah. Let me get some more cards before I tuck in here. We have discomfort. Yeah. Debilitated discomfort. And we have mystery. Alright, so let me come back over here. So, yeah, like I was saying, I feel like you don't have, or maybe you rebel against having one of these normal, you know, 9-to-5 type jobs, and I feel like it's a little, you know, it's uncomfortable for you to even be, or to work where you work. I feel like maybe your creativity might feel like it's not being expressed where you do work, or you don't want one of those types of jobs because you can't express your creativity. And yeah, like just working one of those jobs isn't gonna cut it for you. And I completely understand and relate to that, because I'm one of those people. I feel like you're an entrepreneurial person, like you want to create your own job. I'm not sure if you do yet. We'll get into the more cards to see if you do. If you're somebody who wants to be like your own boss, where you set your own schedule and you use your talents and your gifts to provide your income. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely somebody who doesn't fit into the structure of the, you know, the system and that 9-to-5 job. We have deep knowing. Ooh, with this mystery here. And the spiritual communication. The fates. Ooh. Yeah, like it's your destiny not to have one of these types of jobs, that you're meant to do something that's more creative. You have a unique way of seeing things and perceiving things, and the way you connect and tap into source or tap into your creative gifts, like you're very talented. You have a lot of wisdom. Let's see, 8th house. This is our rebirth, transformation, renewal, interactions with others, growth and change. This is the house of Scorpio. 6th, death and rebirth. Yeah, maybe it's time for you to step away from this job that doesn't feel very fulfilling. It's very uncomfortable to be in the the collective. You know, I feel like you're somebody who's very sensitive and you're very wise. I say you're awakened. And so working, and this can happen, like when you're on the ascension journey and you wake up and you start seeing the truth of things, it's very hard to be around society and everyone else, because like it feels like they're all very comfortable in the lies and comfortable with them, and sometimes they don't want anybody to disturb their illusion, you know, or to wake them up too soon, and we're not allowed to. Like, you have to let everybody find their own way. And you, I feel like, have awakened, and now you're wanting to do something different. You know, you're wanting to shift some things up. You're wanting to step out of society's norms and society and this structure, this 3D structure, and to rise above that and tap more into your flow, into your creativity, and finding a way that fulfills, you know, finding something that fulfills you, I feel, where you can tap into your own creativity and use that in some way to fulfill your soul. Let's see what else we have. We have justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. We have let go, walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. We have parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. Okay, so this is the structure. All right. And then we have the third house. This is your mind, your ideas, who or what is around you, short-term thinking or trips. Making the right connection. Get your ideas going. Okay, so maybe I feel like perhaps your parents, maybe with the parent card coming up here, underneath the structure and the discomfort, maybe your parents kind of had like this idea of what they wanted you to be when you grew up. And you know, sometimes it can be like a burden on you, on children, when the parents kind of have this forced, it's like a forced legacy almost, you know, because like, let's say it's a family-owned business and it's something that they want to pass down generationally, you know, and they've tried to make it where it's an easier life for you, where you don't have to work so hard and you just kind of pick up where they left off. And in a sense, they're doing what they believe is right. But then sometimes when it becomes something that like where it's forced upon you and your choice is taken away, like you don't get to be and fulfill your own passions because their passion is being kind of like forced on you. And it's kind of, I mean, I feel sad for both parties, because like I feel sad for the parents because it's like they wanted to make your life easier in a way, by giving you like their legacy to pass on. Like, we did all this hard work and we want, but at the same time, like, you have to allow your kids to be who they are and allow them to express their unique gifts and their talents, and to have a choice and decide, like, yes, I really want to do this. I want to take after my father because it's a passion of mine too, you know, where they're given that opportunity to make that decision. But the children should be allowed to make that choice to say yes and no. And then the parents, you know, I do feel bad for the ones whose kids don't want to take up the legacy, and then the parents are, you know, they've done all this work, but, you know, they were given an opportunity to live their passions. And so in a way they fulfilled, you know, their purpose. But if there's a way to like pass on the job or the company or whatever to somebody else that they trust and whatever, and then get their money, they could still help financially make it easier for their children versus trying to enforce them to be like them and to take up their career and where they left off. I think some parents end up making kids, guilting them and manipulating them into doing things that's against their soul calling, their passion. And I feel like maybe that might be something that you feel, pile number 2, and you're being asked to communicate your truth if you can, you know what I mean? But if it's one of those things where it's like my way or the highway kind of thing, then it's best to, yes, walk away, to let it go, and to walk away from the things that aren't fulfilling your soul, because we have let go twice here, and it's letting go of feeling like you're stuck in a box, like I'm limited in this field. I can't express like my truth and this beautiful way that I see things and the way that I create is not, it's being like squashed, I feel, because there's this pressure to be something that isn't fulfilling, Okay, let me see what else. We have autumn, release the old and rest. This is some more releasing and letting go of these patterns, these old ways of doing things. We have heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Beautiful. I'm going to put that over here. With this, weird is the new cool, and boldly express your uniqueness. This is who you really are, and you're being asked to step into your truth and to honor this creative talent that you have and the way that you see things, because it's time to elevate these old structures and the old ways of doing things. That's why you're here in this family, is to bring forth this creativity, to bring forth this new way of perceiving and doing things. Yeah, it's the end of an old cycle, the end of the old ways of working at jobs that aren't fulfilling, We don't want to work, just to pay our bills. If you can have a job that fills your heart up, and it feels so good to express yourself, and it fulfills you, like, this is why you're here. This is your gift to the collective, this is your gift to humanity. And it's also the gift to yourself, because you are living out your dreams. You're doing what fulfills your soul, what makes you feel good. It's like giving yourself a hug, because you're acknowledging, what is your truth, who you really are, and being able to express that self, that part of you. And that's going to be what brings in your abundance, because you have an abundance of this gift, an abundance of this talent. When we're working at these jobs that aren't fulfilling, we start creating a narrative in our mind, and we start dreading going to work, and it starts to become this daunting task, and then it starts to feel like this big weight is sitting on your shoulders, and it becomes almost immobilizing sometimes, where you are just dreading going to work and getting up and doing this task that you can't stand, that's not fulfilling, but you're doing it out of your love for somebody else, but you're neglecting your own soul and your own truth. Yeah. I feel like you're being asked to follow your intuition on this, and to find that place, perhaps, like, don't run out and go quit this job yet. Find a way to like start engaging in this activity, whatever it is that the soul calling is, this creative talent you have, the way that you perceive things. Start gathering up resources, start slowly integrating this ability into your life until you have, you know, a way to step away from this, you know, where you can find yourself being supported in this in order for you to let this part go. Okay. Let's see what else I have here. All right, I'm going to get you some angel numbers. When you see these numbers, let them be a reminder of synchronicity in your life, to remind you to set those boundaries for yourself, make time for yourself to bring forth this beautiful vision that you have, this knowing, this wisdom, this passion that you have. All right, yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. We got 4 angel numbers. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure, well, he might not remember all of these, but there's also a message with these angel numbers. Wow, look at this. We have 4, 4, 4, 4. This is about stability and being guided. So we have blessing in disguise, obstacles, hardships, strength, building character and experience. There might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through. You got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you've been suffering or feeling lost, some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. Ooh, I love that we have that with Saturn, with this structure here. And making sure that there's some things that are going to be leaving your life here with the autumn, release the old and rest, but you are building a new foundation for yourself. And so it might be a little bit uncomfortable. You might be on like shaky ground a little bit because the foundation has to crumble. It's like having that tower moment where the old systems and the old ways of doing things, they have to crumble. And so it may look a little chaotic and it'll be a little bumpy for a little bit before this new foundation can be laid where you're on solid ground again. But hang in there because it's a blessing in disguise. All right, we have 2002, the void, longing, technology, ambition, genius, forward thinking, stress, and depression. You have more control over your life than you realize. Learn and execute what interests you. Turn things around. It gets better with time. There are plenty of friends to make, so chill out, have fun, open up, and go outside. So I feel this relates to, the Scorpio, when we have this period, this transition, this void space, and you kind of see it as like, when you're taking a step into an unknown territory, it can be like a little fearful because you've never been where you're going, so you don't feel safe, you don't feel comfortable. There is no comfort space because you've never been there. So try not to get into a fearful mindset. Come from a place of going on a journey. You're having a whole new experience, and instead of getting anxious or fearful about it, get to the place of like excitement and having this courageous, optimistic outlook that there's something new that's coming in for you. This is a new space, but it's going to be something that lights my heart on fire. It's going to be something that I've been wanting. I've been wanting this change. I've been wanting this shift, And so, yes, it can be scary, but it can also be like exciteful. You just have to take that leap of faith. All right, we have 2121 energy levels. Ooh, we have prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration, and the opposite sex. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. Nice. There you go. With the, of course, this is going to get you that prosperity you're looking for, because it's something that is like lights your soul on fire. It's something you're very passionate about. It lights you up. You could do this all the time. It's what you're here to do. It's something you're here to express. But keep moving forward, all right? And allow yourself to take a break when you need to. Easy does it. Allow yourself to rest. Don't rush too far ahead. Like I was saying, make sure that you find that stability. And just trust in yourself, okay? You got this. Oh my goodness. I have to laugh. We have 666, reflect, okay? And usually this card represents, your thoughts, and focusing your thoughts and making sure that you reconnect to your spiritual connection, and connecting back into your heart. And so we have love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. And the card number 6 is about, the number 6 is about love and home and family. So, and you have that triple here. So we have several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and your inner voice. Pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. Nice. All right, so, trust in yourself and make sure that you are taking time to reflect on your purpose, on yourself, on your goals, on the reasons why you're doing what you're doing. And listen to your heart. Follow your inner guiding system. Listen to your guides. You can always ask them for help and support. Ask them for some angel numbers to help remind you to stay on the path, or for some synchronicity to come into your life. You may see some of these angel numbers here to let you know that you are on the right path. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Give yourself that loving affection. Make sure that you're pouring into yourself and assuring yourself that what you're doing is something that you're meant to be doing. Okay. You got some shifts coming in here for you, pile number 2. But it's gonna bring in that prosperity, the blessings, the harmony, the balance, everything that you've been waiting for, the change and the shift, letting go of these old structures and the old ways of seeing and doing and working. Yeah, follow your heart. Your heart knows the way. Follow your passions. Follow your deep knowing. Pay attention to the signs, pile number 2. Woo. All right, pile number 2, sending you all of my love. Thank you so much for being here. If this reading resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Till then, I will see you all in future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 3, to your reading. So I had previously recorded yours, and I recorded it in slow motion. I'm not sure how. And as y'all know, I'm a beginner. So I had to redo your reading. So we're going to start over, which for me, there's a reason for that. Everything happens for a purpose. So there's going to be probably new messages that are going to come forth today. So, or new interpretations of the cards. So we will see how that goes. So for you, pile number 1, you chose the North Star, which says flip your inner light switch, and it's number 19, which essentially is a 1. And what I love about this is we have this inner light, and then we have this guiding star up here. So I feel like this is like your soul destiny, your soul calling. And with the little goat here, for me, this represents the Capricorn. And Capricorns are very ambitious. They're goal-oriented. They usually have a goal in mind, and they begin a journey. Like there's a mountain that they climb, and so they're constantly setting small goals and big goals, and they're always constantly moving forward and achieving something. So I want to see, let's take a look at what this refers to as far as your career and finances. I'll put this over here, the little goat. I love goats, you guys. We have about 15 of them. I have 6 females that I currently am milking, and they each have, well, between the 6 we have about 5 babies. So I love them so much, and I myself am a Capricorn rising, so I'm very goal-oriented, ambitious, and so I can definitely relate to the goat. They're also herd-minded, so they like to have a community of people, and believe it or not, they are a matriarchal, I want to say, herd mentality. I mean, yes, there is like the males, but the herd listens to the females, which is beautiful. They call the leader the queen. So leader of the pack is the queen goat. Just some information on that. Just I don't know, that wanted to come out to you guys, but I definitely love the goats. All right, we have Ocean of Emotion. Find a safe place to express your true feelings. Okay. We have Be the Bridge. The Dream Walker. Dreams, the collective good, and illusions. Something about following your dreams, something that you're very passionate about. Let me correct these. Okay, that looks good. The collective good. Let's see what else we have. The Hungry Ghost. Obsessions, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. Alright, so there might be some fears that you have about stepping onto this new path or following your dreams here with the Hungry Ghost. That relates to a past fear of things repeating themselves, or a traumatic situation, something that occurred maybe that made you feel like you were always struggling with the scarcity consciousness here. So there's like a lack mentality, a worry that it's not going to provide enough stability for you, or enough financial stability if you were to follow your dream here, to follow your passions. Ooh, I forgot to turn off my frequency music. Sometimes that's a little too loud in the background. We have Authority. Ooh, I love that. And that's 10th house. And this is the Capricorn, actually. And, you know, I was telling you that they climb mountains. And Capricorns are very good at climbing steep mountainsides. You know, I'm sure y'all have seen some of the videos where they're standing on this tiny little ledge. And they're able to balance really, really well and navigate steep territory. So I feel like this is you potentially having to navigate, possibly working at a job that you are currently in that is possibly providing you financial security and stability, and you wanting to start on this journey of following your dreams and following your passions, answering your soul calling to act on this potential that you have of creating something. And it's something, we have the collective good here, so it's something that's going to benefit, everybody. Yeah, with the be the bridge, expand your consciousness to behold both worlds. So I feel like you're being called to begin the climb towards your dreams and your passions, and to start working on bringing more of your attention and your awareness to start working on this while juggling, your day-to-day job here. I feel like there's a connection to a lot of these readings. So some of you may have watched Pile 1 and Pile 2, but there is a connection, I feel, from the 3 of these. So somebody may have come from each of the piles. We have Neptune Vision. Yeah, let's get somewhere here. We have Unfinished Symphony. Yeah, see, this is your, like, a passion, something that you're here to create. And because we're trying to pay the bills, and we have to have, a foundation, we have to have our electric, we gotta have food, we have to have our car insurance paid, we have to live and function in the 3D, but there is a part of you that really wants to, create something here. There's a vision that you have, a certain perspective. Maybe you're being asked to focus on creating this dream, this unfinished symphony, your masterpiece. We can clean it up. Yeah. Okay, so we got some cleansing, like letting go of the fear of lack and fearing that this isn't going to provide. And maybe you have a little bit of self-doubt. So your guides are telling you to let go of the old mindsets and to begin, put your focus towards this dream, this vision, what lights you up, this passion, things that make you feel very, very good, what you're very emotional about. We have practice, polish your skills by practicing regularly. We have these instruments here. We have this keyboard, and then we have a flute. So maybe you're very passionate about music. Maybe you sing. And you're being asked to just, start beginning this climb and introducing this passion that you have, and start fulfilling the dream. And let go of the fears of not being able to make ends meet, I feel. Ooh, we got infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this cornucopia of fruit, of blessings. This is, the abundance that comes in from you investing your time and this new creative talent, this vision that you have, this gift that you have, this talent that's meant to be shared with the collective. Yeah, and to bring this vision that you have, to bring it here to Earth and share it with others. Whether that's communicating, since we have so much of the music and everything, that is sound, that is you vocalizing something, that is you, producing music. We have fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely meant to ground this here into reality, to the 3D. Maybe some of you are very passionate about working with Mother Earth, working with the animal kingdom. Maybe the music that you produce or the songs that you sing are very, passionate about the earth and about animals. Maybe very passionate about that. Methods for the healing power. This is Virgo. Okay, so yes, this is, the harvest. This infinite abundance, harvesting from all of your hard work, letting go of being very critical of yourself. Maybe you hold yourself back because you're very judgmental. Maybe you don't think you're good enough. Maybe you doubt your skills and your talents. It's also about being in service to others. So this gift and this talent, this vision that you have, whatever you're meant to create, is definitely going to serve the greater good of everyone. Let me double check that this is straight. Okay, and then we have the first house. This is, your self-expression, how you express yourself, your contribution to the collective, your personal identity, how you, it's like the mask that you wear when you're out in public. So it's how the public sees you, the way that you project yourself through your work, and you're being asked to start practicing, pick up those instruments, whatever it is, because I feel like this is definitely a musical reading here. And then the last card we have is the Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Let me show her. Okay. So she's definitely got, this vision that comes from her heart. There's, I'm not sure what that is, other than I'm getting a lot of, musical talent and gifts. And sometimes people, when they're wanting to be musicians and artists and such, you get a lot of people who want to put doubt in your ear that this gift, this talent is not something that's going to provide and put food on the table. And don't let their negativity and their doubt and the way that they perceive things to deter you from living your dreams and acting on your passions, because not all the time are we meant to use our gifts and talents as our financial support base, but it's something that you're talented at and that you're meant to be doing and sharing. And sometimes if you were to do your gift and your talent as your job, it almost starts to lose its fun, because then it becomes this like forced creativity. And it's hard to perform like that sometimes when you're being forced to produce. And sometimes creativity is something that is just inspired. It comes out of the blue, and you just have, or you've gone through an experience, and from that experience you're inspired to create something from it. So it becomes this like interpretation or this physical representation of the experience. And I don't feel like we necessarily need to use our talents and our gifts as the form of income. You're there to do it because it comes from your heart, and it gives you so much joy and pleasure to do it. And the more you can engage in this activity, it brings you more into the center of your own being, of who you are, and igniting that bright light within you. And then eventually what starts to happen is people become drawn to that light. They are drawn to your message. You become something that inspires other people because of everything. Like if you've gone through a lot of struggles and Let's say that your words are about the journey that you've been on and what has touched you, what you've been through, how you've overcome them. It's what inspires other people because they can relate to your message. They relate to your story. They can relate to your passion. And people just become drawn to you, and things just take off and they start to spiral on your own, on its own, you know. And that's how stars are born that way, because people are just inspired by their message. And I feel like you're being guided to tap into your own inner light and to find your soul song. What is it that you're here to create and bring forth, and to start working on that, start practicing that, because that's where you're going to receive this infinite abundance, this supply, the financial supply, stability, the love. Yeah. And changing the way that you perceive yourself as well. Don't criticize yourself if you're not perfect and you're not an instant master. You know, we all begin somewhere, but it's the time and the devotion that you put towards, and the effort that you put towards creating and building this dream of yours. You know, we all have to begin somewhere, and don't judge yourself for being a beginner. Everybody starts in the beginning anytime they're trying to do anything. So why is there something wrong with beginning? At least you're beginning. Some people don't even know. Some people are, you know, sleepwalking. So at least you are aware of what it is you want to do. And now you're being called to begin this dream. Start finding a way to act on it and not just dream about it. Time to begin in order for you to receive this infinite abundance, this financial stability. The more you can engage in this, because this is what lights you up. This is what creates that magnetic energy where people want to pour into you, versus working at a job that you don't really like, that makes you feel completely drained and you feel forced to do, and it's not something that lights that inner spark, you know. It actually dulls the flame. So you want to engage in activities that ignite your passions and that you feel so good to do. This is your soul calling and your soul purpose. And when you follow that, that's what's going to get you this abundance and stability. Yeah, time to begin. Time to begin the climb, pile number 1. Time to follow those dreams and those passions. Set some routines for yourself to do this, all right? Because Capricorn is about setting plans. They set goals and everything to achieve. They are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the task master. You know, they're about rules and regulations, and they're also seen as the father. So it's like that discipline to begin. And so scheduling, you know, even if it's 30 minutes a day or on the weekend, to start putting this in the schedule, to start acting on this dream that you have. So I wanted to get some angel numbers for you to help guide you, or to give you encouragement whenever you see these numbers, to remind you to be acting on this dream. We have 101, starting over, intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development. Happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around you. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things that the big ones... it's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. All right. So I love this. It's just confirmed. Like, there's a fear that this isn't going to provide for you. Maybe you tried in the beginning and it wasn't successful, and now it's time for you to start again, because perhaps maybe, you know, you started and it wasn't received well. A lot of people weren't open and receptive to it yet, and that could just be because it wasn't the right time, you know, it wasn't the right time for this, and or you gave up too soon. But now you're being called to start over and to begin that journey again, and to discipline yourself and to keep working at it. Keep that steady stride. With energy levels, prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, more discipline, exaggeration, and the opposite sex. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. Thank you. I love how it says it's a climb, you know, because we have the goat and we have this Capricorn energy where you're starting on the climb here. There's this mountain that you're being asked to begin, and to discipline yourself. Don't rush too far ahead. Take your time out. Schedule a routine for yourself and start initiating this journey here. We have 555, change. Ooh, what a great master number. Big change, divine change is ahead for you. Big shifts, exciting shifts. We have encouragement, support, obstacle, battle, and calling, restructuring, and creative work. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. This is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. You know, sometimes when we're beginning something new, it seems very daunting and very, you know, like the task seems overwhelming sometimes. And it'd be easier to just sit in your comfort zone, you know, and then wish and want for something to change. But it's got to be you who puts the effort in to change, and to know that the reward is waiting at the end of this. And so when you have that goal and that mindset of everything I'm doing today is setting that foundation for the future, and in my future I know this is what's waiting for me, okay? You will find this success, and you have to push through the mindset of wanting to give up, because sometimes it can be a little hard, and you have to battle the mindset that wants you to just give up. You have to push through those barriers and discipline yourself, saying, no, this is my destiny, this is my soul calling, this is my passion, and I'm going to do this, you know, and just dig your feet in. Hold on to the side of that mountain. All right, we have belief system. Thank you. 0110. Go after what you want. Unique destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, appreciation, and gratitude. Woohoo! You're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. You hear that? You are blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. That's your path to success. Embrace what makes you different. Your dreams will soon come true. Woo! Thank you so much, angel numbers, for confirming everything that we've been speaking about in this reading here. So this is your destiny. Go after what you want. Go after that dream. Use your talents and gifts. Start practicing on them. Start creating. And your dreams will come true. This abundance, this stability will manifest for you, pile number 3. Ooh, look at all these new beginnings. You got so many 1s, a couple 2s, which is great. That's about balance. And then we have the 5 for change. New beginnings for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate all of y'all for tuning into my channel. Thank you for requesting this. The subscriber who did, if this was your reading. Thank you all so much for being here, everybody. I'd love to have you back in future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.